Hello everyone, I'm Overhaul and today I'll be reviewing My Hero Academia chapter 226 titled Love Over Blood or Blood Love or something like that. And you know what I realized in this chapter? You wanna guess? No? Alright, I'll tell you what. That there is no Toga in a sexy vampire outfit pictures on Google. I am not kidding. There are none. The only ones I saw were the poorly drawn ones, and I'm pretty sure the focus wasn't even on sex. How despicable! Despicable, I tell you. Despicable! Now anyways, let's get into this review. So in this review, we find out more about Toga's backstory, or possibly all of it. I mean, I can't find any things we are missing, but anyways. So we find out. We continue also the fight between her and Chitose. Yeah, Chitose. So let's get into this. So now we have a little thing where Chitose reacts to the final line in the last chapter, be like, "What is a normal life?" What an interesting way to phrase it. And then Toga basically falls because, she's not much of a, so that's built for fighting. So she kind of falls on the ground, and Chitose, I guess, runs to her, and she starts patting her, and she starts to pretty much gas the backstory. In things like, we also get before that whole thing, we also get a brief shots of some people that, I guess, react to her first murder. Well, we assume it's her first murder. The only thing we see is the unconscious body like this, and her putting a straw and sucking the blood out. So we get stuff like, the news media says, this girl attacked them and started drinking his blood. This case, Soto was such an innocent boy. He's so well behaved. Basically, the thing that every person should be in school. And then we get to the line with I guess parents. I would say parents, but from what we see, it seems to me like a box, a chatterbox, those that are in the big mansions. But we know it's not a mansion because we see a little bit aside to the bars. Those seem to be pretty run down. They look more like those in Arkham Asylum, if I'm being totally honest. In which we say, we are sorry. We tried to our best to make her normal and fix her, but it was way beyond comprehension. She's just a demon child. She's like a deviant. She is nothing. She's just a crazy vampire. And yeah. Although they do state they cannot fix whatever she has done, it's very apparent they're not very nice to her. Just demonic, everything wrong with her. And then we also have one student saying she just stuck a straw into his body and started sucking the blood of it, and that face she had was just glee, happiness. Toga is all that things, basically that. We have a bunch of that. I'm surprised she left her alive, but I guess that just hammer in what happened. Also, one thing I forgot to mention in the last chapter was the whole fact that kid kind of looked like Izuku. It matters nothing because I feel like they just wanted to make kind of the comparison or something. I don't know if it's going to mean anything. It might be a reference, but nothing else. So yeah. So now that Tosi starts talking to her, and she pats her hair, we get little she has pat on her, so I think she does pat her like a little cat or something, and she's like, so you were put in those quirk treatment centers, not centers or treatment, it's just some kind of facility that apparently is designed to make people that have quirks, which which are like, I think, togas? I can't exactly remember the exact lines she used, but she said some kind of a sound that's basically used to suppress the quirks. Or something along those lines. So yeah, about these centers we get. Now we see two people that Toga calls them Papa and Mother, but we don't know if those are actually the two parents or if those are the people in the center. Because either her parents are the people who work at the center, or they're just people who are supposed to be their pretend to be their children or something. Saying their parents. We don't exactly know. But yeah, these centers. And we also get to see that Toga had a little baby bird, which is weird because the bird looked kind of average, if I'm being totally honest. And she like starts sucking the blood of the bird, like by those fangs that she has. Which makes me wonder, are those fangs that Toga has, do they actually have the ability to suck blood? I mean, it seems to be kind of thing they're going with in this chapter with a bird, but in that previous part they had her use straw instead of her fangs. So who knows where that. But yeah, we basically have that. Basically stuff they prove that based on how weird she is. And these two other people also say stuff like, ugh, stop it with that smile, you little diva. That's not cute. That's horrible. What's with that? Why can't you just be normal? Basically saying all the things to say like, stop that, stop that, stop that. Basically as little to do with her work as possible. So yeah, these facilities don't seem to do really good if you ask me. Because apparently they're supposed to be helping people with quirks that give you things like togas, but considering the fact that their reaction is just to say, you shouldn't do that, you should do things normally. Yeah, I don't really like the idea. I don't think they're very functional. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if we find out in a later chapter, we find out eventually that they actually put people into shock therapy. You know what shock therapy is? Yeah, I think they might be doing stuff like that. Like, we don't see anything on Toga. Well, we can assume there's nothing on Toga, but I don't believe we get... Maybe there is. There is, but so far we don't have any... So far we don't see anything like that implies shock therapy, but it's possible. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they are doing right now at the Toga. I wouldn't even be surprised if that's what they did to Stain as well. Just saying, there sure is a lot of people that have blood connecting their mind with a blood quirk that seems to be with them to seem to be a bit more insane when it comes to everything else. I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, basically saying that, and Curious is basically like, so your death will be a tragedy. This article will be amazing. A story with a girl who was born with a quirk, that was depressed. Also, that mask that we talk away. Apparently, that mask was just a in mind mask, like not a real mask, which I think we could all have pretty much assumed. So yeah, she says this would be a tragedy. Like, I don't know exactly what the articles were. Like, we see two articles like depicting how she views what the stories will be. So yeah, that's. And right now, before she kills her or something, she's like, did I miss everything? Please tell me. I would like to hear it. And Toga got like snaps and she wants to kill her. She screams, no! No! No, and then Chitose has this kind of a collar on her wrist, or a bracelet or whatever it's called, in which transforms into one of the CEO's products. You know those products that the villains that robbed our store had? Yeah, she has one of those. and she uses them. I think she calls it like Curious Punk or something, or Curious Bomb or something. And she like used that on Toga's face, and then she gets like bloody, all that. I don't know if that's connected to the quirk, or if that punk is just something that it's automatic with that equipment, because we don't see it. Like, we can assume it's automatic with her equipment, but I don't know how exactly, because we don't exactly know how her quirk, well, how she really needs to touch, or what kind of facility. Like, we know if she touches something, it becomes a landmine and blows up, but how would that work in that glove? So yeah, there's like she like gets more bloody, gets more bloody than she is right now, and she's pretty flipping bloody. And then she basically holds her on her lap, and everyone that's with Curious is with her. Basically, kind of. I think I saw that image in the picture I saw in Court of Owls or something from DC. But basically, it's like her death, and then everyone's like holding on to her that she has lost her life, because technically, for their perspective, Toga is one of them. I mean, her quirk was blood related, and the society surpassed her quirk. Also, Curious mentioned before that she's basically the dark side of the Hero Society. I mean, which is basically referencing to, in a Hero Society, a person that has like blood-like quirk is not something they want, because blood. So yeah. But Toga is able to run away. I think she pushes her out, and she just starts running. And the kid's like, "You cannot run. You're one of us." And she just starts running, and everyone from the army just starts attacking her. I think one used some kind of a blast to her, and the other one used some kind of snake ropes to untie her feet. But in the meantime, Toga gets some of Ochako's blood, or maybe she had it. I think she had a little bit reserved from it, and she transforms into Ochako. And then Chitose kind of, that's what her quirk is again. She drinks blood and she transforms, and she like runs to her again, and she tries to put the finishing blow, and saying, "Oh, you're gonna make me cry. If you're gonna die, you wanna go look adorable." Because, even though Toga might see her as so more adorable than Choco, maybe she finds her Choco equally adorable, she's covered in blood, and I think she doesn't they look nice, so she changes herself into Choco. And then when Chitose or Curious, whatever, uses the final blow on her, something amazing happened. Toga uses Uchaku's quirk. I am not kidding you. She touched Chitose, I'm assuming on her body or on the arm, and then Chitose just started floating up in the air. Up on the air, she's above buildings. And then everyone's like, Chitose, Curious, no! Because they do care about Curious. And then she's like, and Curious like, I thought she was only supposed to have transformation, not using all people's quirks. And Toga's like, I'm not, the reason I'm able to do this, no other reason. She says, I also know how Uraka uses her quirk, which she has her fingers like this. So yeah, she runs through all of them. I think they're more focused on Chitose floating to notice, but she runs through all of them and she like touches them and they all start floating. I don't believe every one of them floats because they were like all over the place, and I doubt she was able to run away in a billion circles, but she touches everyone and then she releases them. Chitose is like happy because, oh, this will make an excellent article, this will be a groundbreaking, amazing, I cannot. And then she crushes that, and when she's about to finish the sentence, it's basically a crush. Now, is Chitose dead? Personally, I don't think she's dead, but I can easily see why you would say it and how it could be. Because, well, she was above buildings. Well, because she was above buildings and then she just crushed. Like, let's say kill first, and let's say this size is the building, and when she was the immediate time floating, she was like this, and then and then Toga released it, and she fell. I'll get that later. Since it's so hard to find, it's gonna be a pain. But yeah, she crushed. No, we don't see her body and her state that the body is in. Like, I think we see one person, but I don't know if that person is curious because from the distance, it doesn't make sense because she thought it should be the one the farthest away from Toga. And that person seemed to wear sandals and seemed to have a longer white, well, we don't know what kind of coat that was, but it seemed to be a longer coat. And Chitose's outfit also has to have black or brown, whatever, fur on it, or whatever those things are called when they're on outfits, you know, when there's that, when everything else is leather and then there's that furry part. Yeah, we see that. I don't believe we're able to make out the furry. So I don't know if that person that crashed and we see a bit of blood coming from her. If that's her or if that's someone else, I can totally believe it'd be someone else, if I'm being honest. So I don't think she's that. Plus, the excuses that we can get is something like suspension of disbelief. Kyo has some kind of extra equipment in her dress that prevented her from taking the whole brunt of it. She's just a bit stronger than she appears and she was able to take it. Granted, she's still bleeding from her head and she's barely able to function. She needs medical help, but not like she's dead. And you can also say that one of the soldiers broke her fall if we take the fact that we don't exactly see her. Like, the only thing we see is a person that doesn't really, if you look at closely, doesn't seem to be her. And speech that just has her say something and then not complete the sentence, which doesn't say she is dead. Because there's plenty of times in the anime and cartoons in general where someone says something but then they get knocked out and then, or something and they are unable to complete it and they are not dead. Plus, even if you want to say the whole My Hero Academia is bad, more realistic when it comes to these type of things, like when people get hit and that, let's be honest to ourselves. It's still manga. We can still get that so many excuses. And I mean, Izuku. That bout with muscular shoot, he was like completely beaten, completely bloody, his arms unfunctioning, his legs barely able to function, and he was still, and right after probably one night or a couple of hours of medical care from the doctors, he was already able already able to leave the hospital and move around and do the things he did in the IR raid arc. So let's not pretend like My Hero Academia is keeping every damage to the most literal definition. Honestly, if there is no real explanation for it, I'll be fine. And if she's that, I will find more of a waste of a character because I do want to know why did Chitose feel that way that she did. Like, I mean, the only thing we get from her backstory is that we Dastro told her that she needs to do interviews. You need interviews to make the articles better and make the news better. But why did she decide? Why she went crazy? What made her so happy? What made her so interested in the interviews? Why did she get so interested in Toga? Why? You need to have explanations like this. I mean, I'll be fine. I'm not gonna say that if she dies, this would be the worst idea ever. But I'm just saying we need a bit of her backstory and find out why she's the way she is. And how? Why is she really that into the Quick Liberation Army? Because the way I see it, She doesn't care for who she's working for as long as she gets the greatest articles. How I could totally imagine if Toma was like, alright, Chitose, curious, whatever. Let's make a deal. We'll keep you alive and we will grant you the ability to have the greatest article with Toga and the League of Villains, because let's just face it, people are gonna be more drawn to just the League of Villains than just Toga. So, deal. I could always see her agree with it and doing it. Now the worst thing they could do is just not reference it, not referencing her, fitting her, like maybe mentioning her up the side, but not saying if she's alive, if she's dead, if she's anything. Basically like Cracker, Bob and Opera from one and page one kinda from One Piece, and that's just what's like on top of my head, and then from Seven since Zaldras, and Malascula. And the other archangels that I can remember. So yeah, I hope it's not something like that they forget. I do hope we get to find out what happened, because I am curious. Maybe that's why he kept that in big Sakoshi, because all of us would be curious if she's alive or that. So yeah, the final few panels where Toga's like, I really wish that I would not get to kill people, but I guess I'm just going to have to. She's so sad that she doesn't want to kill people like for the big man, like Izuku or something. She's like, but Tomura will destroy everything. Will destroy everything that I don't like. Or maybe there's a translation error where it actually reads, if I do this and work for him, Toga will keep everything that I like. He will not destroy anything that I like. Now, here's the little interesting part I noticed in the final panels. She says I'm not supposed to kill, or I don't like killing or something. Might be a translation error, might be a bad memory, but the way I see it, Toma might have ordered his the other members to hold back and not to go on a killing spree. Because, well, we do see her just... Because we do know Jigato Maka is coming, so maybe they aren't supposed to kill people, so there's going to be as many of these Quirk Liberation Army soldiers there, so more of them fall. Jigato Maka can more and more better chance they have with defeat Jigato Makia. So that's interesting if you ask me. I don't know if that's the case, but I would be interested to find out if maybe they are ordered to... Maybe Toma ordered wants not to fight at their fullest potential. I mean, maybe that struggling that it's been a high in the last chapter, that might not be because he could defeat him. It could be the fact that, well, we cannot kill people as freely as we would usually be allowed to. And when he says, they're strong, he's not referring to because he cannot beat them, it's just the fact that while his swords got broken, well, I was expecting them to be as powerful. So yeah, it's kind of ambiguous right now. So anyways, I hope you liked this video. I hope you guys leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. That's it. I cannot wait to see all the people next time. Bye.